Alright guys, so Ubisoft Forward was yesterday, and I was originally going to make a video making fun of some of the games and like Just Dance and stuff, but then they dropped so much Assassin's Creed news that I figured I'll just make a whole video on that. So let's start with the obvious news. Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I've already covered in another video, is officially announced. It has a cinematic trailer. You're playing as Basim as a prequel to Valhalla, and it's going to be a narrative-driven game like Assassin's Creed 1 through Unity. Right, so that's pretty much for the most part all we know about that game. It looks good, I'm excited for it, but that's not really the big news. The big news is all of the other projects. So this is the first title coming out aside from the Assassin's Creed Valhalla final expansion. But from there we have Codename Red, which is their RPG style, Japanese based main title, main series Assassin's Creed game. Because you have all those spin-off games and other types of games we'll get to here in a minute. And so essentially what it seems like they're doing is releasing Mirage type titles that are narrative driven and like the old Assassin's Creed, and then Codename Red type titles that are RPG based like the past 3 Assassin's Creed games have been. So that way it pleases both groups of people. Now, I think this could work if they alternate release years. So Mirage comes out in 2023 as a narrative-driven game, and then Codename Red, the Japanese-based RPG game, comes out in 2024, and then they do a narrative in 2025, and then an RPG in 2026, and they alternate. Or, I mean, they could have more years between them than that, but I'm assuming based on just the size of Ubisoft and with how often these games typically come out, it would be an every other year or an every year type of thing. So those are pretty much the things that are confirmed. You have Codename Jade, which is a mobile game, so I don't care about that. I won't be talking about that. No interest. Same thing with the Netflix thing. Like, I'll watch it if it's decent. Maybe, you know, who knows. The movie isn't the greatest thing ever, but that's pretty much all I really care about. And then you have the final thing, that they literally gave us pretty much nothing for Codename Hexe. And so, from what I've seen from the, has it been 24 hours yet? No, 21 hours since this has gone live, really not even that, is that people are speculating this to be a Salem Witch Trials based Assassin's Creed game. Again, it's a main title. We don't know if it's going to be a narrative based title or a RPG type like Red, so we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, that's not coming anytime soon, if I had to guess. I mean, Mirage, they didn't even give a date on, they just said next year, and based on the fact that it's a cinematic trailer, I would guess holiday of next year, but what do I know? And so the final thing they talk about is Infinity, right? Which is, again, I addressed in my last video, this concept that use the Animus to access all of the Assassin's Creed games from one hub. Now, what I kind of imagine this to be, and they made it seem like this wasn't anywhere close to coming out, but I believe it's Battlefield 5 is the last one to do it. The Battlefield had this system where you could play Battlefield 5, 1, Hardline, and 4, I believe, all from within each other. So if you had one title and you also had another title, you could launch them directly from within each other. And I think that's kind of what they're going for here, just on a broader level. And they discussed multiplayer the tiniest bit, essentially just said they're bringing it back. Now, I really hope that's not like multiplayer within the story game, like a co-op type scenario. I don't think Assassin's Creed works like that. That's fine for things like Far Cry that are way less serious, but something like Assassin's Creed and just the overall tone of the game for the most part, I don't think that works in a multiplayer setting. Now, if it's like the old multiplayer the way it used to be and just updated to where it's essentially a hide and seek killer type game, then that's fine. I don't really care for that, but I try it out. So that's really all I have for today. You guys let me know what you thought of the Ubisoft Forward event. I won't be covering anything else from it, because for the most part, there really wasn't anything interesting. They had like Rainbow Six Siege Mobile, some Division 2 crap, Rabbids like I predicted, and Just Dance, which I might do a video in Just Dance, just because I think the game might be a pure scam, but just some fun stuff. You guys let me know what you thought of the event overall, and especially the Assassin's Creed news down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.